JD believes that, you know, the movie is a poem, right? And each scene has its own verse in that poem. And so we'd basically send poetry to each other. Yeah. And we'd have essentially a poem for every scene. And so I think that helped keep us emotionally in line.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Isn't it?
I'm about to cry.
I did not know that.
Yes, we missed that group.
Your commanding officer called you one of the best pilots he's ever seen. It must be hard being the
A naval aviator? Absolutely.
That's part of the magic trick of the movie, you know, because look, Devotion is a drama that has like set against a very big backdrop. But if all of the work that we do on the ground does not connect, if that does not work, you know, what happens in the air is like only for show. I think in sort of the ratio that we hold in this film of what the emotional, you know, and sort of story of the heart is, you know, you take that into the sky with you. And then I think that's what then dials up the, you know, the intensity and the nerves and, you know, the worry for our characters when they go into the sky.
My first reaction when I got the script was impossible. I thought what this character, Jesse Brown, was doing was impossible. I thought what he was asking his family to do was impossible. That was the first thing that came to mind. And very happy now here with the family that it was very possible.
We're telling the story of people. We're not telling the story of events.
Well done.
And I was just absolutely thrilled at the prospect of it. And then I met that gentleman down there and realized, oh, it can happen.
Yeah. Possible.
It's possible, exactly. Like, possible. You know, we started talking and I said, this is going to be special.
Even from the table read.
Yeah.
Even from
the table read was wicked.
Oh, yeah.
The table read was
In
wicked.
that elementary school?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All spread out.
All spread out with our masks on. And it was like, can we take these off yet? Yeah. Oh, that's what you look like. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
The dream is to be in the trenches with people who care as much as you do, who are completely invested in a story, who are your wingmen in the whole process. And it doesn't always work out like this, but this group of people put every ounce of themselves into this movie, and it's the dream. When everybody cares about the story, it's the people within the story, the promises we made to the families to make this story correctly. That's what motivated this gang.
I was blown away by how much I did not know. I did not know who Jesse Brown was. I didn't know anything about the Korean War, really. And then to look at this really beautiful story and figure out, if I were to get this role, what does that look like on her? In getting the script, it was, I hope I get to that place. Yeah.
This story is something that needs to be told. And the fact that only a handful of people out there have, and I say handful, probably a million, have read such a beautiful story on the pages of that book, I think it's a movie you must see. It really is moving and educational, and it's got a bit of everything.
As I was reading Jesse's story, it was my father's own story directly overlaid on that. So these microaggressions, these overt aggressions, the relationship between Jesse and Daisy is one for one my parents. I love everything I've made, but the feeling of being called to a film is an entirely different one.
When you're in the plane, you are so connected to your wingman that you look over and it's like, you know, you're sending it across the sky. So I mean, I was just trying to get close to this guy.
And it's also part of
the interesting part is I was actually so impressed with how quickly Jonathan settled in. I went through all that Top Gun training, hours and hours of it, and then you got in the back of the Sea Fury, and this guy he was like such a stud, and I was like, damn, this guy's gonna show me up right away. That's what Jonathan Majors does. He shows you up real fast.
Right away.